Hey everyone, it's Vintage Vinny and welcome to a Finders Keepers consignment haul. Alright, so these have been sitting down here in my inventory for a few months now, and I thought since it's not a lot of stuff, why not share it? I can't remember off the top of my head how much I paid for these items because I have the invoice upstairs in my file folder for the previous year. But these were items that I felt were definitely worth picking up. The location of this Finders Keepers, the building just has horrible reception. So usually what I do is if I find some things, I will snap some photos of them. And then I go into one of the big rooms that they have in there that's nearest to the window. And I can usually look up items that way. That's the only way I'm able to make sure that what I buy is worth what is being asked at the store. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out what I got, shall we? I love finding these pieces. This is marked Costa Boda right here. And it's like a nice blue swirl. I mean, that would be fantastic in a beach house. You know me, I've always got the beach on the brain. I think that you put a tea light candle in here, if I'm not mistaken. But that was a really beautiful piece, and I said, what the heck, let me go ahead and grab that. I do know that we all love our lemon servers, so anytime that I can find them at a reasonable price, I pick them up. I love that the green on here just makes the flowers pop. And this was made by Noritake in Japan. So that should be up for grabs at a sale or at my sale on Saturday at 6 p.m. So if that's something you're interested in, please make sure you come to the sale at 6 p.m. Eastern. So this piece is really interesting. I'm not sure if this place exists anymore. I'll have to do a little bit more research on it. It's for the Playboy Hotel and Casino. It's an ashtray. Very different. Never seen anything quite like that. Didn't even know it existed. The highest sold listing for this item, I believe, was about $25, and that's what I will be listing that for. So just so you all are aware, I know usually I say if you're interested in something that's going to go on eBay, I do my best to try to have it listed before the video goes up, so that way if you want it, it's in the store already. As we speak, today is Thursday the 30th of January, and I was going to do a little bit more listing tonight just because I wanted to, get some more stuff rolling. So the very first item that I listed, I noticed I was going to pay a 30-cent insertion fee, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. I've had the store over a year. I've never had to do that before. Well, I think it's due to the fact that I had a couple of days this month where I just binged listed a ton of things. So because I have the basic store subscription of only $4.95 a month, I get 250 free listings. And then if I go over that, I start paying 30 cents for each item that I list. So thankfully, it's only another 24 hours that I have to wait until I can start listing again without having to pay these fees. And I didn't want to add any more to the store because it was taking out of my fees for my money from sales. So there won't be anything new listed in the store for at least another 24 to 48 hours. I'm going to wait until the 1st of January until everything... 1st of February, excuse me, to do any more listings. That way I don't have to worry about that 30 cents a piece in fees. So there may be some things that are on delay in going up in the store, but you know, it is what it is, and I don't have to wait too much longer for that. So just so y'all are aware. This is another interesting ashtray. I've never seen anything like this before. It is for the Monte Carlo Casino, and this was made in France. It's Porcelaine de Limoges, France. Modèle déposé. I'm sure I didn't say that correctly at all, but that's just how I read it. But I love it. You got the Russian roulette. Actually, it's not. Is it Russian roulette? Roulette wheel, we'll just call it. And then you've got the blackjack table, and I think that's where you throw the dice. I've never gambled. I don't really see the joy or the fulfillment that some people find in going to a casino. But, you know, everyone's different. For some people, that just is their go-to, and they love to go sit at the slots and do penny slots for hours, or they love to go to the blackjack table, and I just don't know how to play these games. I'm not good at it, and I already have enough addictions. Thrifting is enough of an addiction. I don't want to accidentally get a gambling addiction because I know you can get into a lot of trouble if you're not careful. So I'll just avoid it all like the plague and not even deal with it. Anyway, so moving on. So this piece really caught my attention. Let me bring it up a little closer for you guys to see. So it's a little bit dirty. I'm going to have to clean it. This is a beautiful teal glass vase here. As you can see, it's got a really like blooming floral arrangement on it because there's the basket, and then you got the big old arrangement. And at first I thought it was Empoli, but then I felt the texture of the glass, and it feels sanded, or like little, you know how sanded glass is. And I wanted to do a little bit more research on it because, you know, it's not something that just came up right away. So from what I found, and this could be very, very wrong, but based on like similar designs and the same like glass style, like the same glass texture, I think that this was made by Wayne Usted. It's Stelvia glass that was made in Italy. And that's just what I think based on what I've researched. I can't remember off the top of my head how much I paid for this, but if that is what I think it is, I might be able to get maybe, I don't know, based on the color and the design, possibly maybe 75 to 100. I could be way off my game there. But we will see. I thought that was a great pickup. And again, I was drawn to the color. It's like almost like a teal, like a smoky teal color. And it was just something I'd never seen. So they say that sometimes, or the right time to buy something is when you see it or when it's something you've never seen before and the price is right. And that was the case with this piece. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger on that. All right, so the only other item, or items I should say, that I found at Finders Keepers this go around were these beautiful marigold divided dishes. After doing a little bit of research, I found out that they were made by Federal Glass, and they are the Normandy pattern, made between 1933 and 1940. I have a set of 4 of them. I don't know if these would be good for fall time or if somebody would like these for Easter, maybe Thanksgiving. Let me bring up the dish a little bit so you guys can see the pattern. I was able to fit all 4 of them in this holder, believe it or not. So here's the pattern. Floral designs, no cracks, no chips. I couldn't believe they were sitting in their clearance area, and it was $9 for 4 plates. So that was, I think, $2.25 a piece. Yeah, because half of 450, or half of 9 is 450, half of 450 is $2.25. So I got these for a steal of a deal. Now I don't know if I will be bringing these to an old Curiosity Shop live sale or a gang sale, or if I will list them on eBay, but all of them are free of any damage, no cracks or chips, and I'm sure there's somebody out there who collects this line of glassware and would love to have these dishes to add to their china cabinet or to the glassware that their grandparents or great-grandparents had many years ago. So that is everything that I would like to share with you all today. It wasn't a long video, it wasn't a lot of stuff, but I am satisfied nonetheless with the items that I picked up. And like the old saying goes, sometimes less is more. I would rather buy a few items for higher prices but have a better value than a whole bunch of little things that don't have a whole lot of resale value, if that makes sense. And with Finders Keepers Consignment, you pay up a little bit more for some things, but you do walk out with some better pieces as opposed to the thrift stores sometimes. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I will see you all at my sale on Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you thumb up the video, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Click the bell next to the subscribe button if you'd like to get notified when I post a new video or when I go live. And I will see you all soon. Bye, guys.